Back around 2020, you could get a fixed rate 5-year mortgage for between 2 and 3%. Fast forward to today, and a lot of those mortgages are due for renewal, and the interest rate is closer to 5%. This has a lot of people wondering if increased interest rates and increased mortgage payments is going to force a lot of Canadians to sell their homes, and if this could have a significant impact on the price of real estate. Is this going to make real estate prices go down, or could this cause the market to crash? I'm Tyrell Boake, a realtor in Kelowna, and on this channel, I help you navigate the real estate market and provide you with useful information so you can make informed decisions that make sense for you. If you like this type of information, make sure you hit that like button and remember to subscribe so that other people like you can see this video too. Have interest rates forced Canadians to sell their homes? And does the rising cost of interest and higher mortgage payments have people reconsidering their current living situation? It's an interesting topic, and before we get into a survey of recent home sellers or what my thoughts are, I'd like to know what you think in the comments down below. Are higher interest rates finally going to cause that real estate crash that some people have been hoping for? Or are the higher rates already priced into the current real estate market? A recent Financial Post article asks, have interest rates forced Canadians to sell their homes? The cost of living drives 11% of homeowners to sell, survey finds. Higher mortgage payments during the Bank of Canada's tightening cycle have forced only a small number of Canadians to take drastic measures and sell their home. A survey released last week from the real estate website Wahi found that 11% of homeowners planning to sell are doing so because of the cost of living, while 37% are looking to downsize and 25% are looking to upsize. While it's a challenging time whenever someone is forced to sell their home, the survey results indicate that this remains relatively uncommon in the Canadian housing market compared to other reasons for selling. The Bank of Canada's recent rate cut should also provide some relief for homeowners. The desire for Canadian homeowners to downsize was no surprise due to Canada's aging population, the report noted. I also think that some of these people that are looking to downsize probably are looking at the cost of their mortgage in their larger home and realizing that they don't need as many square footage as they have anymore, and they've realized they can move into something smaller with relatively the same or less expensive mortgage payment on a monthly basis. Overall, 69% of those looking to downsize are aged 55 and up. On the other hand, 94% of those looking to upsize are younger than 55. This is true no matter what the real estate market is. There's always people that are looking to upsize because of a growing family, relocation for a job, or they're just making more money at their current job and they can handle a higher mortgage payment and want that larger house. In 2022, when the interest rate was 3.75%, the Bank of Canada estimated that 50% of variable rate borrowers had hit their target rate, meaning monthly mortgage payments were only paying off the monthly interest and not paying down the loan. While this is true for probably a lot of variable rate mortgage holders, a lot of those people had the option throughout that term to lock in at a certain rate or extend their amortization to help handle some of those extra interest costs. On June 5th, the Bank of Canada trimmed rates for the first time in more than 4 years, which gives those with a variable rate plan some relief. While the survey is telling us that only 11% of Canadians are being forced to sell their home because the higher interest payments or the higher mortgage payments are just not something that they're willing or able to take on, I do think that that number is probably a little bit higher because some of those people that are downsizing can see the writing on the wall and they're downsizing before it comes time to renew when they know that that mortgage payment's going to be higher than they'd like it to be. The number's probably around 20 to 25%, but still, that's not enough to cause a significant impact on the housing market. As we can see over the last year, where mortgage rates have been around 5% since that rate increase in June of 2023, prices in my local market of the Okanagan have been relatively flat across all asset classes. Single-family homes have been relatively flat. Condos and townhomes have seen the same activity in prices. Two things that are working in favor of prices not coming down, and whether you think that's in favor or not is a different topic, but two of the reasons that prices probably aren't coming down or being impacted significantly by higher mortgage rates is current homeowners have the ability, when they go to renew, to extend their amortization. So they can take something where maybe they only had 20 years left and stretch that back to 25 years or 30 years if they qualify, which will help them absorb some of that higher interest and make their payment not go up as significantly. The other thing is that Canadians have to qualify under the stress test when they get a mortgage. So even back in 2020, if their mortgage rate was 3%, they had to qualify at the stress test level around 5%. This meant that on paper, they can afford for their payment to go up to that 5% interest rate, or they wouldn't have qualified for that mortgage in the first place. It's entirely possible that we haven't seen the full effect of the higher mortgage payments because some of those people got their mortgages in late 2020 or early 2021, and we won't see them renew until the end of this calendar year or the start of next year. But as it sits right now, it hasn't had a significant impact on the price of homes in the Okanagan especially, but we'll have to wait and see if a little bit more pain is felt in the marketplace as we finish out 2024. So have interest rates forced Canadians to sell their homes? It looks like at least 11% of them are being forced to sell because of higher mortgage payments, and that number is probably a little bit higher. But has it had a significant impact on the price of homes? In my local market at least, it hasn't had that impact yet, but we are just coming up to where a lot of these mortgages are up for renewal through the rest of this year and into 2025. We'll have to see if interest rates come down more before those people have to renew, or if more and more of those people are forced to sell. For the time being, it's not impacting the market, but we'll have to see going forward. Let me know what you think's going to happen over the next 6 to 12 months down in the comments down below. Thanks for watching.